Luxury Gaming 9 has come and gone. We're heading on into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Extravaganza next weekend, where I'll be sitting here grabbing all of the results and forming information for us. And, well, we're going to be talking about the Luxury Games breakdown for the top 16. You guys can go back and look at yesterday's video if you want to see the fantastic breakdown of day one. And Lund wasn't actually half wrong about this. He was just a little bit off on his prediction. So I guess Lundrighty is still credible. Alright, let's dig on into Luxury Gaming Top 16 for December 2020, shall we? Alright, things I did not expect for 500. First up, well, things I did expect. Alright, so we had 6 Virtual World in the top 16. Out of 244 players, 6 of them made it into the top cut, being the best represented deck in the room for top cut. Considering Zodiac variants had overpowered this in the initial breakdown, Virtual World being the second most represented here, it goes to show that the consistency of this deck really pulls through. So, hey, VFD Turbo, everybody! Hope you guys are ready to have another 6 months of this crapshoot. So, anybody surprised about this? Anybody? Commenter number 4? Anything? No, okay, that's what I thought. Now, we had 5 Eldritch variants. Now, this should not surprise anybody here, alright? I've seen so much difference in construction for these decks. It is actually insanity. Alright, if you had told me that I'd be looking at all of these cool, crazy things that you could do with Eldritch, I'd laugh at you and be like, there's no way. It's not consistent. And we'll go through more of this breakdown later on in the week, but this is very interesting. So we had 2 Dogmatica Eldritch Dragoon. So we're using the Dogmatica package to boost our status as a rogue competitor, and we're also going to be powering through with a Dragoon. Hey, it seems good to me. We had 2 Eldritch Dragoon, and then we had 1 Dogmatica Eldritch combo. Alright, that's it. I don't see any mention of the Zodiac variant doing well at all. Okay, well, that's a big stinky poo-poo. And then out of, I think it was 22 Drytron, 21 after Lund dropped out, by the way, we had 2 of those make it into top cut. I will officially say at this point that it looks like Drytron might actually be holding its place in the metagame. As a potential competitor, that's actually quite interesting. The ritual-based combo deck, I will have Jesse Cotton's list here later in the video for you guys here, but that was definitely interesting to see that it was Jesse Cotton and Pack both did well in this event with those. I believe Pack made top 16 or top 8, it was one of the two. We had 1 Dogmatic Altergeist. This was actually kind of spicy. If you guys haven't already seen this, I'll cover it later on in the week here as well. Very, very interesting, actually. I'm intrigued to see what this deck will bring in the long run. Oh, found it. Here's the Dogmatica Eldritch Zodiac. Found it. Alright, so, I mean, 6 Eldritch variants. And then we had 1 Dogmatica Invoked. So, where's the dinosaur? So, there's no dinosaur in this top cut. Hey, what does Misk do? Oh, it doesn't get into the top cut of Luxury Gaming 9, evidently. I am very intrigued by this breakdown. We knew that Virtual World was going to be the big carry, alright? Like, we're not stupid, we knew this. Alright? We knew that Dinosaurs was an oppressive deck, but have we officially sided so heavily for this deck that we have willed it out of the format? I'm not sure, but I will say this. It's gone. We don't have to deal with it right now, alright? Do keep it in mind that the deck is still there. You do need to appropriately side for it. The minute you stop siding for it, you're going to have the true Draco effect where you're just going to see the deck return. So that's a thing. So based off of this tournament, the Extravaganza will probably pull it back together for us next week. We will probably continue to see this really weird dominance of Virtual World here. But it looks like the Eldritch variant actually kind of helps counteract some of that. Meanwhile, Drytron kind of wiggled its way in underneath the new principle. No Magi Dolls, no surprise there. No Dragon Link. Dragon Link, I did say is going to take a little while. I think we're probably going to have to wait till Boral End, and whenever we get the Dragoonity stuff, probably in Ghosts from the Past, hopefully. But it's going to be a long while until we get this stuff. Once we get that, I think we'll see the next evolution of the deck, but it's going to take a little while for that to happen. So if you're one of those players who's like, oh my god, like, oh, Dragon Link, I acknowledge that the deck's combo potential is still there. It's just people are going to have to develop it, and it's going to take a little bit of time for that to happen. So based on the Luxury Gaming breakdown for you guys, very, very interesting stuff. Now, deck list for this video. All right, so Luke Coogan won the entire event playing Virtual World. All right, now things that caught me by interest here. We do have the Pankratops in the side deck with the world, or the little wrestling stadium that you play with the Pankratops for the easier interactions, which was actually kind of interesting to see that. I didn't actually think that we would reapproach that, but here we are. I also see that we have the evenly matched returning back in as well for side options. Now, you will notice here in the main deck that we do have the triple Foolish Burial Goods. This was something that I saw Pack was originally doing back last format. I think he was one of the first ones that was doing this, and it kind of stopped seeing play. Like, it just kind of took a back seat, and then we return here and it's back again. All right, which is kind of interesting. I also see here that we have officially started playing Chow Fang in the deck. Now, the downside with this is Chow Fang is gone. They're poofed. They're nada. They're zilch. If you don't own one as of this video, they're already astronomically high. So, bad news in that regard. But Virtual World now exploring the option of playing Chow Fang as another level 9 synchro that they actually have access to in the deck, which is quite nice. Outside of that, generically, this entire deck is pretty much staple the way it is. There's nothing too exceedingly crazy about it. Just a little tech choices to adapt into the format. Nothing else too crazy here. And then the last list I want to talk about for this video, we got Drytron, and of course it was Jesse Cotton. This man is a master at what he does. Now, the first thing I want to say here is, we do have Natasha. All right, and I talked about Natasha in another video where Lund was like, this card is bonkers. And I agree, this card is good. I also see here that we have access to the Vanity that we can search off of the Ben 10 that we can roll out off of a Tribute Summon. We also have the Heralds in this deck between orange, and he's actually playing the purple, which is kind of interesting. It's going to give you a little bit more access to being able to capitalize on things. I also see that we're packing in the artifact Lancias, which means that if we draw these in our dinosaur matchup or something like that, we'll be able to round out the situation a little bit easier in that game because we've already got the Lancias at our disposal. All right, when we're able to main deck our options already, it's good. Now remember, the OCG does have Diviner of the Heralds, while we don't have Diviner. You have things like Manju that can very easily take up the spot for you as you're able to kind of capitalize and play this. Also, all your Drytron pieces will be able to allow you to do this. I also see that we've got the Light Altitude Knight or the Dark Armageddon Knight in here as well as another piece of combo that we'll be able to use for the deck, which is actually quite nice. Outside of that, the extra deck looks pretty standard. There's no need to use the Heralds because, once again, we don't have the Diviner, so we can't really drop them out of this. So I'm very happy to see that this deck did as well as it did. I look forward to seeing what more we will actually see from Jesse and hopefully Drytron here. Really small Drytron package, honestly, but that's all you really honestly need for the deck. So guys, I want to ask you, what do you think about this luxury gaming event? Is there anything that kind of took you by surprise? Where's the dinosaurs? Can you find the dinosaurs? I don't know where the dinosaurs are. I guess they finally went extinct. Oh man, and now Misk should still be at 1. Just kidding. So guys, please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about this luxury gaming event. I look forward to seeing what future stuff will come out of the extravaganza next week. And hopefully this solidifies the fact that Drytron is alright. And, well, Virtual World is the best deck in the room. Right? I think we all agree with that. Yeah, I think we all agree with that. What happened to Zoo, by the way? Good time. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.